Yes, we are live. Hello, everybody. We are back.
Strap yourself in because we're set up, switched on, and ready to go.
Hello, welcome. I'm Dr. Olushola Ajile, your host on the Mentors Show, where we inspire you, help you reinvent yourself, and make a positive impact in your community, in your country, and on your continent. We mentor people across Africa. We bring you guests with inspiring life stories who are themselves transformation agents, making a positive change in their profession and nations. Subscribe to the African Coaching and Mentorship Initiative YouTube channel. Follow us on Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter.
Yes. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. It's the Mentors Show. Welcome to the Mentors Show. It's going to be a great one this afternoon. Yes, it's going to be a great one. Let me bring our guest in. Okay, let's see. Oh, Malatse, it says you need to upgrade your app for you to join. I don't know what that is. It says you need to upgrade your app. Malatse, it says you need to upgrade your app for you to join. Malatse, it says you need to upgrade your app for you to join. It says Malatse must upgrade their app in order to join. So did you? Let me try and communicate with. I think I have. No, it says you have to go offline. I think you have to upgrade your app. So I don't know what that means. Maybe you need to install the. I had to go online and get a request from a friend in order to communicate. I don't understand what that is now. Let me chat with you on. Oh, you have to go live. You shouldn't need to have gone live. Quite strange now. I don't know.
Hello, yes. I'm saying I had to go live and then get a request from my friend, and then we could communicate, because that other way it didn't want to work. We first tried that way, so I don't know if we can try the other way. I go live and then I get a request from you, and then we can both go live or something like that.
The challenge is that the challenge with that, if you are hearing me, Malate, is if you go live and I send a request to you, I will not be able to save the recording. Does that make sense? Interesting. Technology. We're having a little bit of technology issue here. Why did he say you have to upgrade? Very interesting. It's going to be a great one this afternoon. Okay, let's see what that is. Yeah. Yes, Malasa, it's is it possible for you to, Malate, is it possible for you to go out and update the software again on your phone? Update the software and re-log in and let's see if that helps. If that doesn't help, then we'll try another way out. We'll try another way in which the only challenge with that Can you let me know what you are going through, Malate? What do you want to do now? If that doesn't work, I'm trying to see if I can. Let's see. Let's see what will happen. I might as well go. If you, yep. Let's see if I go. Let me see what will happen if I go live. To go live, stop the ongoing live stream. All right. Sorry, ladies and gentlemen, we are trying to sort out the technical difficulties, but it will be a great one today. So I've stopped that one. technical difficulties, isn't it? Yep. Okay, so, and this is not showing on my use here. So Malate, I will send you a link. Accept the link I'm sending you. Let's try that. I will send you a link. Are you still there? Let's see what will happen if we click on that link, if that will sort out. It's still the same thing. You must upgrade your app in order to join. So it's an upgrade issue now with your app. It's an upgrade issue that is. Click on that link I've sent to you. I sent you a link on WhatsApp. Click on the link and let's see how that goes. Click on the link on WhatsApp. Click on that link. You should enter a studio. Let's see how it goes. While we Malase, click on that link I sent you on WhatsApp. So click on the link on WhatsApp and let's have Malate, try clicking on the link. Wow, the Sukomi. Yeah. The guest is having an issue of problem of joining, so I'm trying to sort out.
Just in a few prayers.
Morning, no. So when it says that, okay, mobile device support is limited. Switch to a desktop computer for the best experience. Yeah. Do you have a? Can you click on the link on a laptop? Is it possible, Malase? Um, so sorry about this, ladies and gentlemen. We've started on Facebook, Mr. Chuko. We are having some technical issue. We are having some technical issue that we're trying to sort out. Omotenelata, will thank you. Welcome to the Mentors Show. Yes, we are having our guest is having some issue joining from South Africa, so we are trying to work around it and see what we can do. We are trying to work around it. So sorry about this. We have started on Facebook. I'm streaming live on Facebook now. I'm trying to connect. Okay, great, excellent. Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Can you hear me?
Verses 40 and 41. The Bible says, there are also bodies in the heavens and bodies on the...
Can you hear me? You can't hear me. Can you hear me? No. This is very interesting. But my mic is... So what's the problem?
Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
I can't hear you at all. I can't hear you.
Interesting. Oh, okay. Let's see. Technology is quite interesting. I don't know why. Welcome, Team Praise, to the Mentor Show. We are having an issue with technology, so we are trying to work around it. Can you hear me now? Can you hear me now? Can you hear me? Can you hear me now? Interesting. Not at all. Okay. So if you cannot, let's try something else. I'll try something else. Interesting. So what I'll try do, I'll try I will try change system. So let's see how that will go. I'll change to another system. Okay. I'll change to another system. Sorry about this. Sign out of this, log out. Yep. Info at mentorship.com. I will check on the system. Not. Let's see. Can you hear me now? What I'll do, let's see what happens. I'm trying to use another system. I might need to send you another. Unable to access the camera. Why? Okay, because my restream. Can you hear me now? I will need to stop this. Interesting. I will send you another link. If, let's see. I will send you. Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Can you hear me now? Very interesting, isn't it? Now, well, the system is saying she should upgrade. The system says she should upgrade to that she cannot join except she upgrades. So I don't know what when it says this system says she should upgrade, and I'm trying to use another system. Can you hear me? No. My Zoom and my okay. Let's do it this way. Let's do it this way. My Zoom, my audio, not. Not coming out in registry. Okay, I'm trying to sort out this now. Video input, audio input, micro voice meter, no. Real tech eye. Can you hear me now? You should be able to hear me now. Sorted. It's technology. Wow. So now you can hear me now. So now you can hear me now?
Yes.
Excellent. So welcome, Bridget EP. We are on welcome to the Mentor Show. It's a serious one we are doing tonight. And I didn't connect. Let me try and see if I can do that. There was some technical audio problem there. Nice, you've sorted that out.
Yeah.
So how are you?
I'm good. Excited.
Great. This is giving me an error too. So, well, ladies and gentlemen, what will happen tonight is that you can only just hear the voice of our guest. If you want to see the picture of the person I'm speaking to, for those of you, you need to go to my Facebook page. On my Facebook page, you will be able to see both of us speaking side by side on my Facebook page. And I'm looking at so I think that makes it. Wow, it's a serious one, isn't it? All right. So, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Mentors Show. If you want to see the picture, for those of us who are on Instagram, if you want to see the picture or the face of the celebrity I'm speaking to today, so you need to go to my Facebook page, and on my Facebook page, you'll be able to see the picture or the semblance of the person, our guest tonight. All right, so let's go for it. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the Mentor Show. I'm your host, Dr. Olushola Ajide, and on the Mentor Show is a show in which we inspire you. It's a show whereby we help you reinvent yourself, and we bring you tips and tricks and show you how you can make positive impact in your country, in your community, and on your continent. And we bring you guests who are trailblazers, who are doing phenomenal things in their space, in their community, in their country, and on their continent. And tonight, we have a privilege again to have us, not tonight, I'm always doing it in the night, so I'm used to saying tonight. This afternoon, well, it's almost getting to, I know over there in South Africa, it's already getting to 6, it's getting close to, it's getting close to 5:30 or thereabout there. Here in the UK is 3:30, 3:28. So this afternoon we have a guest here on the Mentor Show, and she is no other than Miss Malasse Matlakana. She is the managing director of Wozilex Farm. She is an entrepreneur. She is a person who is passionate about empowering other people, empowering women, empowering the girl child, and even herself. She's been celebrated by the president of South Africa. That's a wonderful feat to be celebrated when you're just 23. Imagine when you are to be recognized by the president of South Africa. So it's a great honor and privilege to have you this afternoon on the Mentor Show. Welcome, Miss Matlakana. Welcome.
Thank you for it. It's such a pleasure to be on the show. And welcome, ladies and gentlemen. I'll be honored to share my thoughts and my views and my advices with you today. I'll be very honored.
Excellent. All right, let's go for it. Even though we've had some technical, we've spent 30 minutes trying to sort out technicalities, but well, it's part of it. Life is full of challenges. I know you are going to get to that point in the form of the interview, and you'll be able to tell us some of the ways in which you have been able to overcome. At least we've overcome these technical difficulties now. So let's go for it. Who is Miss Malasse Matlakana?
I'm 22 years old.
You are what?
I'm a 22-year-old.
23 years. Okay.
Yes, because some people mistaken me like I'm a male or a female. Coming from a very dusty village, and academically, I only did my matric, and then after my matric, I was supposed to go and study law,
Okay.
and then my passion couldn't let me go because I already registered to go and study, and then
So
I
your audio is muddled. Do you have any earpiece that you can use? Any micro earpiece? Do you have any earpiece you can use? So I'm not here. I'm missing some of the things you're saying.
yes, can you hear me now?
Yes, yes, yes,
Is it better?
yes. It's better now. Yeah.
Okay. I was saying, my name is Masha Matlakana, a 23-year-old female coming from a dusty village, a village in Limpopo, South
Limpopo.
Africa. Yes. Apparently, farming is what I'm doing now. It's my game now. But it started as a hobby that turned into a passion. Yes. So it's like my business is actually passion driven. Yes.
Passion driven.
Yes.
Okay. So what got you the passion? Because you were saying earlier that you're supposed to go to do your matric, but you couldn't do your matric. Why?
I was supposed to go and study law. I did my matric, and then I did get good marks, but I couldn't go and study for the law because I already registered to go and study law, but I couldn't go. I wanted to. I took a gap year to actually
Okay.
figure out what do I want to do. But in that year, I I started planting and growing green peppers at the backyard, which was like some kind of a hobby, and then it turned into a passion. That's
Wow.
how the business started. Yes.
Wow. 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 Interesting. So it's in I never knew that well you're trying to when you started going to the university you felt why was it that you thought you needed to take a gap year? Why?
Because the law was actually what my parents wanted me to do. It
Okay.
wasn't really something that I had passion in. And then I just told them, let me just take a gap year and just figure out what do I really want to do. Because my heart is not at law. And
Okay.
also, I was still going to school, which is secondary school. I used to work on the nearest farm. That's where I think I picked up most of the things, and that's where actually I started having this thing of farming and moving from the law to farming. That's where I got mixed up and say to them, you know what, I want to take a gap year and figure out what do I really want to do.
Oh, interesting. So while you were still schooling, you were working on a farm or volunteering. What were you doing on the farm?
I normally worked in the farm. It was harvesting, planting
Okay.
vegetables, which I had to do because of poverty. It
Okay.
was not a choice. But as it went, it started feeling like not, how can I say, a punishment. It started feeling like something that you really enjoy doing.
Hmm.
And yeah, that's where I started asking myself, but what do I really want to do when I finish with my matric? Do I really want to go and do law, or do I want to do what I really love?
Hmm. Hmm.
Yeah.
And I think this is for all our guests who is joining either on Instagram or Facebook or YouTube. This I think this is a very important point in which I need to underscore our guests tonight, in which in our own experience, and I think all of us go through that, in which you feel that because of poverty and what you are going through, you think as if it's God punishing you.
Yeah.
You feel as if it
You
is.
as a punishment. Maybe it's just a point to the right direction.
Yeah, so you feel as if God is punishing you. Why am I the only one doing this? Other children are not like that. But interestingly enough, for our guests today, even though it initially sounds like punishment, but somehow became a passion. It became a thing she enjoyed doing, and she found herself. And that is what happens in life. What you are called to do, to solve the problem you are called to solve on in life, there are many ways in which you come into contact with it. It's either you discover it, you have a passion for it, or you even hate it altogether, you don't like it. But somehow you find yourself. And now today, our guest today, if she has gone to study law, I think I will be right by saying that the president of South Africa will not mention your name.
Not at all.
You will
There's
just
a
be
lot
like,
of lawyers in the country. There are no lawyers in need. There's like we have food shortage like in the country and fresh food. So obviously this is making a difference, and also the gender and also the age is just something what is phenomenal. Yeah.
and I think that's the reason why when I saw your case, I felt I needed to talk to you and bring you to the mentor show, because, uh, like I was jokingly saying to you, a young lady at 23 should be thinking of fashion. She'll be thinking of going to, you get my point. She'll be thinking of fashion, the Kardashians, Kim Kardashian, and all those those kind of a
Yeah.
thing. So, seeing someone who is a managing director of a farm at 23 is quite phenomenal. And I think that is the reason why I think the president recognizing what you're doing, the great work you're doing with farming. Wow, interesting. So, how did you now discuss with your parents when you discovered that you don't want to go to do law? How did they take it? How did you convince them?
I thought that was convincing them, and it was difficult.
It was difficult.
It was very difficult because every parent wants to see their children like studying, finishing the studies, and doing something professionally in the office. And she was like, I don't understand. Why do you want to go to the fields and stuff? But when she started seeing my work, she really understood this is something big, it's not something small. She's not mixed up the feelings. She's not a teenager who got mixed up, like lost in the way. This is actually what she can do, and now she really like supported. But when it started, she was so confused. she, she was really so confused, and she was like to me, I'm giving you the year, and if it doesn't go right, you have to go and study.
Law.
Instead a gap year. You have to
Interesting.
go and study more. Yeah.
Now, ladies
Because
and
I think
gentlemen, for those of you joining us on Instagram, we are having some technical issues, so we are using a different platform. If you want to see my guest, you can head on to my Facebook page at Olushola Ajide. On Facebook, you'll be able to see both of us sharing together. I hope you can hear our voice and be able to, she's expressing herself, how she moved from, instead of going to study law, into studying and becoming a business owner that now has her own farm and mentioned by the president of South Africa. So your mom, after she saw that you were passionate about it and you were serious about it, she began to change her mind. Is that it?
yes, eventually when she saw me start harvesting and the things was going, then she started being also motivated to see that I think she's in the right direction and it's what she actually loved because when I started selling, I moved from home to the farm to a bigger place. And then when she came there to visit, and then she will see that I don't really even have time to sit. I just want to do something. I'm so energized. I'm so. Then she started saying, yeah, it's really what she wanted to. And I thank God for her to allow me doing that instead of forcing me to do law because it could be very difficult for me to study something that I don't want to do while there's something out there that I can do and make a difference. Yeah.
Interesting. And I think this is very important. And we had this same thing with our guest that came on the show, Mr. Gosi Etsile, and other parents in Africa. And I think this is, even though myself, I have a PhD, yes, but the point is that the way the world is today is not based on the way our parents in Africa want it to be. They say you must study, either you study law or study medicine or study engineering. Life is not based on that. It's based on why were you born, what were you born for, what was your why, what problem, like you already mentioned, what problem were you created to solve? And for you, interestingly enough, you mentioned that in South Africa there is food shortages in South Africa. You recognize that. And similarly, you have an interest in what you're doing and you felt, I can contribute, I can help alleviate this. I can help provide these vegetables to help solve this problem in South Africa. So it's quite, and with, like you said, well, it's great that your mom allowed you at the end of the day when she said that you had interest in it. So tell us, how did your friends who, how did they take it?
I literally thanked all my friends in the process because all of them went to study. All of them
All of them
to
went to the university.
Yes. So I literally lost my friends in the process. I can put it now. I have one who's back. She's back. She's back into my life. But I literally lost all my friends, and I think it was kind of a blessing, because sometimes when you have this passion to do something and you want to really do something, and there's a lot of people having a say, they kind of confuse you, and you start not believing in yourself, like, what do I really want to do and stuff. I feel like they gave me the alone space to have that power to think, this is what I want to do, and I'm going to do it, and I can do it. Yes.
Interesting. And ladies and gentlemen, I think our guest is underscoring one very important point, that in life, whatever you think you were born to do, don't allow anybody to talk you out of it. People will say
Yes.
various kind of things. Even for you, technically, maybe because your friends went on to the university, you couldn't go along with them. That was like a winning period in which you are cut off from those people that could have influenced you. So if you
Yes.
believe that God has called you to do something, you might not even have the strength, the skill for it, the passion for it now, but you believe that is what you are called supposed to do. Go for it. And don't allow anybody to stop you from attaining that which God has proposed you to achieve. Interesting. Now, take us back to Malatse at the age of 9. What were your dreams? What were your aspirations? Who were your heroes at the age of 9?
I literally used to watch Steve Harvey.
Steve Harvey.
Yeah.
Okay.
He's like my hero. I literally like, so I always needed to see his past, how we grow up and stuff like that. That kept me going. Eventually, when I was 9 years, the things was very difficult. It was hard. As I said, I'm having a single parent, my mother, and there was some point where she was not working, because unemployment is also a problem. So that's why I also had to go and work by the farms to help feed at home. So growing up was very difficult. It was very difficult. I don't want to lie. It was like very difficult. There was sometimes when you didn't have essentials like the needs, what you need to survive. There were some days when we would go to sleep with no food. But that made, when I look at it today, it actually made me mentally strong, emotionally strong, and it has like built me to be who I am today. And I don't think if I was having everything on a silver platter, I could be who I am today.
Wow, 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 wow. Now, ladies and gentlemen, I think our guest is touching on something which is very important. And that's the point that sometimes, like somebody said, problems in life are a blessing.
Yes.
Because for you, the challenge of not having food, coming from a single parent, only your mom catering for you, not having food, sleeping without food, you said something which is very important. It has made you mentally strong and emotionally strong. And I think that's a challenge in which most youth today, among the youth, it's lacking. We don't have people who are mentally strong, who are emotionally strong, because they've not been exposed, as it were, to some hard life challenges. So it's important, whatever you are going through today, ladies and gentlemen, no matter how hard it is not there to kill you, is to toughen you, is to make you better, is to mature you, is to help you develop and to be able to face something great and be able to do greater things even in life. Wow, 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 wow. Interesting. So now, tell us, now, how did you now think about, I need to register a company, I need to be a company owner? How did that go about? How did that come about?
It actually, when I had to sell, they want invoices. They don't want to buy from nobody.
Yeah.
That's where it actually started. And that's where I figured out that there's something missing. This is not just a passion. It can actually be a business, and it does bring in income. Why not register a business and take it from there? That's actually how it started. It didn't start as I want to open up a business and be this successful. It doesn't start like that. It's actually, it's what I say, it's passionately driven. Yeah.
It's interesting that the customers induced you to begin to think of it. What next? Isn't it? What next?
Yeah.
What next? What next can I do? And I think that critically is a critical point, ladies and gentlemen, on this show, which we always say, which is why this show exists. The show is to inspire you. This show is to help you to reinvent yourself, is to help you to innovate yourself, to know that there's nothing you cannot achieve, there's nothing you cannot do, and to help you make positive impact. And you could see that for our guests, the point that people were making the demand of, okay, can you give us an invoice? And there's no invoice. So you're asking, I must be able to do something else. There must be something else apart from what I'm doing, the way I'm doing it now. And in any area of your life, whatever you are going through, there is something else you can do to improve. There is something else you can do to pivot to the next level. Like for our guest, she took up the challenge and felt, well, if they're asking for an invoice, I don't even know how to, what is an invoice? Well, I didn't go and learn. And she learned and she registered a company. And today, Wozilex is making positive. And I like the logo of your business, of the green pepper, because it's already tells what you stand for, isn't it?
Yes.
How did you come about the name Wozilex and that logo?
The logo is actually self-made, right?
You made it yourself. Wow.
The logo is self-made. And Vuzi Legs, the explanation for it now, it's for me, I always tell people, it's the power, like the W of Vuz, like the sound,
Okay.
is the power. So that means me rising up, not having anything, but making a lot out of nothing. But that time, I had to like quickly get a PTY so that I can operate. Yes. But today I have like a reason for it. Like Vuzi Legs actually stands for this young girl having nothing, rising up and making something out of nothing.
Interesting. So making something out of nothing. Ladies and gentlemen, I think is a great thing this afternoon. Our guest is dropping great gems and nuggets. Making something out of nothing. Yes, thank you, Godwin. You said exactly to make it is tough. Yes. So making something out of nothing, and I think that is very important. In which 2021 is already going. We're already in March. Today is already March 13. I've been asking myself, when did the year start? Already we are on March 13. You need to decide, if you are listening to this show live or you're watching a replay, you need to come up with how to make something out of nothing. If your life seems as if it's nothing now, it's as if you're not bringing anything, decide like our guest to say, well, I'm going to make something to come out of my life. My life will not going to just end like this. 2021 is not going to end the way it started. I will make something great, something good will come out of my life. And I think that is a great one. So now, tell us, now when you came up with this aspect of a company, did you now have mentors that you went to, say, to learn from? Did you have people you chose as mentors? Okay, let me go and learn how do I do things from to how to run it, because running farming is one, running a business is a different thing altogether, isn't it?
Yes, it is. It's different things. It's kind of like different because when I started, I always wanted to be in the fields, do everything myself, and it couldn't really happen like that. There's things, there's paperwork, there's a lot of stuff that you need to do. So I had to move down from only farming and try to balance the business and the farming. So yes, when I started, I did have a mentor. He was a farmer who actually where I was working when I was still in school. So I went to him and showed him the work that I'm doing, and then he said, "I can't believe you're doing it." And then he said, I'll be in front and I'll walk the way with you. So if ever you feel like something, because he's been doing it for years, If you ever you feel something is not, don't understand, also in the agricultural side, you can always come to me. So then I started going down and balancing the farming and the business, because they're actually two different things. Because the farming is definitely driven. It's all about what you love. You don't even want to come out of the land. You're always in the land and wanting to do everything yourself. So I had to move down to balance the two, because without the business, the farming will go down. Without the farming, the business will go down. So you need to balance the two. Do what you love, but balance the two. Don't let the other one be more than the other one, and give attention to the other one. Give less attention to the other one, because they both need each other.
Interesting.
Yes.
So the farming needs the business aspect, and the business needs the farming, because without no farm, there's no business, there's nothing you are selling, isn't it? And I think that's very important, ladies and gentlemen. Uh, the and I think this is the reason why this show also exists, is the fact that to show that it's called the Mentors Show, is to bring people on the show who are making great strides in their life, who not they didn't come out of their own, just to show that other people are doing it. They went through a particular process. You too can go through that process, but you cannot. It is easier for you to look for somebody who has gone through that process and learn quickly from that person. The person has gone through maybe 50 years or 20 years of going through a problem, and he has learned from it. Why would you go and start with your own life to spend 20 years to discover what the person has already learned? Why not go to a mentor like the person you went to who has been running the farm? Why not go to him and he will be able to show you? So for you to pivot, whatever your dreams are in this 2021, I'm telling you, by the end of December, your life can skyrocket to the next level you can ever imagine. If only you get a mentor who is in that area you are interested in, and learn from that person, and the person will be able to bring you up to the next level. Now,
Yes.
I
And it's very good to not be too pride. Go and ask for help, because I have this skill of and the knowledge now in the family, but I might not have the skills in the business. So I need to go and learn from someone who's really playing the game. So everyone is playing their own games, but you really need to go and learn from others. It's very important that don't be too proud, because when I started, there was like, but you're too clever. I'm like, yes, I'm too clever, but in the farming side, in the
I don't
business
know.
side, I must learn. I have to learn. Yes.
And that's another point which I guess is, you are young and full of witty wisdom, and you are dropping these gems for us this afternoon. The issue you've identified is this issue of pride. Pride will
Yes.
make you not to attain what God wants you to attain in life.
Yes.
And I think this is a challenge that we must, as people, forget about. Like I used to tell people, whatever you don't know, be open to ask someone. When you know it, nobody will ask you, how did you know it? Nobody will ask you, who taught you? Nobody will ask you that. And that's so for you to pivot to the next level, for you to move to the next level. If you have been asking yourself, what next? What next? What next with my life? You might need to humble yourself, forget about your ego, and go and learn from somebody. Look out to somebody who will be able to help you to pivot to the next level, who will be able to teach you the ropes. And when you learn it in 6 months, in 1 year, you are made. And you will now be able to be successful and live your dreams, the dreams that you want to achieve in life. Wow, wow, wow. This is interesting. So now, looking at you are now as a business. Now you mentioned the aspect of you find out that you could not do it alone. You came up with another point which I want to talk about, the issue of which is critical in business, delegation. You now learned that you cannot be doing all the farming yourself.
Yes.
So how did you get the people that you employed? How did you get the people you have empowered? How did you get them?
At first, it was so difficult because this young and small girl wanted to give us a job. It was very difficult, even to talk with my people and stuff. It was very difficult, but I think I went up so fast that everybody also started believing that she can really do it. She is doing it. Yeah, that's how I got them in, is to get them and keep them.
Get them and
Yeah.
keep them by taking care of them, isn't it?
Yes, by taking care of them, because you can't do everything alone. So you check, because what I learned in my journey is that what I'm doing, I need to get the people who's like the family. I get the people who's having the knowledge, not the people who's qualified for. Because I've learned that you can go and study for something, but if you didn't practically do it, it's not exactly the same. So with farming, you need someone who's having the skills and the knowledge for it. That's how I got them. And luckily, near us, near the village, there's a lot of farmers who employ people. So you will find a lot of people who have been working by the farms before, and now you just grab them. They also learn you along the way. Yes. So it's like I don't go and look for someone who was never in the farming, in the farm, like who was never in the mud. So that way I got them and kept them. Yeah.
Interesting. So you got the people who had the skills. So you had to do more like what you want to do in business is interview them. Have you ever farmed before? What farm have you done before? Do you know how to plant this and all that? Interesting. Now, how do you relate? Like you mentioned the point that some of these people they are older than you. Like I saw the pictures. Some of them are even as old can be your grandmother. Because they are quite elderly. Some are older. How do you relate with them? How do you feel intimidated that the person I'm talking to is like a granny or it's like older than my mom? How do you relate with them?
Um, at first, I tried to make them understand my mission, what do I really want to do, so that we can have the same mind, so that we can have the same goals and everything. So when I go to them, I don't feel at all intimidated, because we are here for one thing. We are here for this. I also like motivate them. This is like, even though they are employed, they also get motivated. This is what we are doing, and they also love to be part of it. So it's like we are kind of a family that is working towards the goal. Because you can start feeling intimidated if you're going south and they're going north. That's where you can feel intimidated. But let them know what is it about. What is it about, so that you can all agree on what is it about and have the same goals, and then everything just goes well, because you're looking towards this, you're going the same way, you believe in the same things, you want to achieve this same thing. Yes.
Interesting. Wow. We are just dropping serious wisdom here about the issue of what most CEOs, maybe people like Vusi, and other people in South Africa and other people who are working corporate world drop, which is vision sharing. You were sharing your vision with them, helping them to see the bigger picture, helping them to know that they are part of something big, something huge, something making impact, something that is making positive transformation even in South Africa. Wow. Interesting. So then what's the size of your farm?
I'm actually not owning a farm yet. That's one of my challenges.
Okay.
Since I think I've started in 2017, but I've already moved like around 4 farms.
Wow.
Because you will start operating, and as soon as you start going up, and then the owners of the farm will come. That's also the other challenge. Then they want shares, and then they want this. So that's the kind of the challenges that I'm having. But now the land that I'm having is 80 hectares. Yes.
80.
Yes.
80 hectares.
Yes.
Wow.
It's 80 hectares. Yes.
Wow. And can the president and other people, can they help in suppose maybe the Bank of Industry or Bank of Agriculture in South Africa, can they help in this area of land acquisition? Have you met the president? Have you spoken to them?
I've tried Mr. President a lot of times, but eventually I didn't get any kind of assistance when it comes to land. I got some assistance in some equipment.
Okay.
I had to fight for it, and then at the end I got it, because when I started I had nothing. I had to rent the stuff to work. So now I'm renting the land to work. So the land is a very big issue in South Africa, because there's issues, like serious issues about the land, and everybody wants the land, and it's kind of an issue that can't get resolved. So I just told myself, I started this for myself. I'm doing this for myself. I'm building a legacy for my family. So what I can do now is to focus on what I want to achieve and keep on pushing. Even though I keep on moving to other farms and keep on moving to other farms, what motivates me to keep on going is the passion, because there will always be challenges on the way. There will always be challenges, and maybe people won't get your vision. People won't get what you want to achieve. Because we are not the same. So I'm burning inside, wanting to get my own land, and so that I can grow, because not having your own land actually limits your growth.
Yeah.
It does limit growth. So I'm burning inside, looking for land, and nobody else understanding, because everyone else have their own missions and visions. So I just said to myself, I'm doing this for myself. I started doing this for myself. And eventually I told myself, they don't owe me the land. I have to keep on pushing by myself, even if it means I have to lease for the rest of. I just have to keep on pushing and making sure that I grow under these circumstances, because I can see the land is a big issue. Yes.
Wow. It is very interesting. Somebody, before I ask my next question, on Instagram, somebody is asking, Godwin is asking a question. He says, what and who inspired you in your success story? What inspired you in your success story, and who inspired you in your success story?
In my story, I can say I don't know how to put it, because there was no friends at all. And when I started with my age, a lot of farmers are actually a little bit older. And then when, as I got in this, I realized that there's really a shortage of food, fresh food, especially in the locals where I'm coming from. And there's also a problem with young people not having skills and the knowledge to farm. So as I went along, I started to get the knowledge and some of the information and stuff. And then I saw that this is really a struggle. If I can bring the change and start mentoring the people and start giving the people information and start learning the people, this is how you do it. Because there's really a lot of young people who are really interested, but without the knowledge and the skills, they can't do it. And also the issues of land and stuff. So I said to myself, if I can make these changes in their lives and make it easy for them, then I'll be happy, because that's what I didn't really have when I was coming up. So that inspired me a lot to keep on pushing and never, ever look back.
Interesting. So, ladies and gentlemen, like Godwin, the point there is that she's inspired by the desire to be the change, and I think that is spot on. That is excellent. In way to say that, which is why this mentor show also exists, is that we want to be the change and want to bring people who are change makers to say that you too can also do it. So Godwin, she is inspired to be the change in our community for young people, to teach young people, because there's nobody to teach them. And so she
Yes.
wants to be the change, and she's putting herself forward. And because she's putting herself forward, she's already been the change to be recognized by the president. That's already an inspiration, isn't it? That even the president is inspired by what you are doing. And I think that is great. So, Godwin, I want you also, I'll be asking you this question in the next 1 month. What problem do you want to solve? What change do you want to be? What change do you want to bring to bear in your own society, even where you exist currently? So this is great. And you've actually answered my next question, which I want to ask you about the challenges you are going through. You've mentioned the issue of land being a problem. But
Yes.
I like that attitude in which you say, okay, you have this mind, this worldview, which I like. You said, even if they don't give me, it's their land, it's not my land. And I think I like that. To say, okay, even if it's their land, they don't even need to give me their land. But I must continue to fight. I must continue to press on. I must continue to be the change. And I think that is critical. So you've had challenges, but you are saying, in spite of the challenges, you will push on.
Yes.
And that, I think, is a great attitude of successful people today. Is a great attitude. Like the president of South Africa today were among those people that were fighting those days, isn't it? Fighting for independence, fighting, and they continue pushing. If they're giving up today, I don't think he will become a president. So, ladies and gentlemen, whatever challenge you are going through, whatever situation you are going through, please continue pushing. Continue pushing, because you are going to break through, you are going to be successful if only you do not give up. You are going to be successful if only you do not give up. Wow, interesting. Now, on our show, we call it sparking creativity. How will you define creativity?
For me, creativity is when you come up with these ideas, or when you have these skills, what nobody else can give, and you passionately follow your calling. That is creativity. Because I believe all of us have these different hidden skills, what we all need to find. Maybe it's not farming, but maybe it's something else. Maybe it's you don't even know you are meant to come up with these new ideas. Maybe you don't know you're meant to come up with these new ideas for us to save electricity, or for us to have enough electricity and stop having load shedding. I believe what you love doing more, it's actually what you are created to do. That is actually what you're calling, what you can do best, and do it with passion. It's actually creativity.
Interesting. Ladies and gentlemen, it's very important that our guest is saying, and I like that, what you said, coming up with ideas and skills, and use those things to follow as if to your calling, and to know that I'm born. And I think I like that, which is spot on, to say that you just have to say there are problems. And we keep saying on this show that there are problems everywhere in Africa. All over the world, there are problems. You can decide to come up with ideas of how to solve this idea. You and I now, look at it, I'm here in the UK, you are over there in Limpopo in South Africa, and we are seeing each other and we are talking. Somebody came up with the solution, isn't it? Somebody felt it is a problem and I must solve it, and the person came up and solved it. So if you are watching this show today, or you are watching a replay of it, please, what is the problem you were created and you were born to solve? You must find it, and you must give yourself to it. You must develop yourself in it. You must go and learn more of it, so that you can solve the problem which you were created to solve. Wow, wow, wow. What a wonderful time we have had with you today. It's great, isn't it? Thank you so much. I know you are very busy. Like you said, you are passionate. You would want to always be in the farm, which is good. So maybe you would have wanted to be in the farm also today. But thank you for spending time with us, precious time with us. And we hope that, like you said, you are mentoring other young people.
Yes, I do.
Okay, so how many people do you have now that you are mentoring?
I now have six, one boy and five girls, because actually the females who are more disadvantaged into this because of the gender. So it is them who I do mentor and love to give the information to, because they really, there is the passion and the love for agriculture, but because of not having the knowledge and stuff, we keep on heading into some walls. We keep on hurting ourselves, because I've been in this for like a bit longer, and there's been someone who's been like in this for longer than me. So they've been through what I will maybe encounter in the future. So it's better to know it before you get there, or you won't even get there, because you know, here you need to be cautious about this, here you need to be cautious about this. And that also gives them motivation to know that there is someone on your side who can tell you, you know what, this, do it this way, this you have to do it this way, this I'll help you to do it this way. It also motivates them a lot, because when you really want to follow something and you have this big passion, you most of the times you take this risk what you don't even look at, because your passion is calling, is your calling. You just want to do what you want without even looking at the risk. But if you have someone who's been there, done it, and got banned, then you know it's what you will get banned. Yeah.
Interesting. So it's and I think that that's very interesting that you mentioned that quotation. Your passion is your calling, and it helps you to take the risk. That's the way I've summarized what you said. Your passion is your calling, and it helps you to take the risk. And so, if you are watching this, Godwin, and all the people watching either online on Facebook or YouTube, your passion is your calling. So, what it will help you to take risk. So, you need to take risk, because now, even for us having this mentorship when we started last May is a risk, isn't it? Who we want to listen to. But you see, when you have a passion for something, it keeps you going. And our passion, and my own passion, is to empower all the youth in Africa, to get more strength, to get opportunity to become leaders. And I look forward to a day I see yourself becoming the president of South Africa. You know, it will be wonderful, isn't it? Because it will be wonderful, isn't it? Because you've been able to know how to help people. You will be ensure that the agricultural space of South Africa will change dramatically, because you know how it is to run a business, how it is to run a farm, how it is to provide food for people and for the food basket of the nation. So what a wonderful time we've had with you. Thank you so much for coming to the Mentors Show. You've been a great inspiration to me and to all our guests on Facebook, and I know you cannot be to see them on Facebook, on link, YouTube, and even on Instagram. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. So, ladies and gentlemen, that's us. Is a wrap for us today. We'll see you again on Tuesday. We normally have our show on Tuesday and on Friday. So we couldn't have a show yesterday because of other engagements. So we'll see you again on Tuesday with our next guest that would inspire you and help you pivot to the next level, that at the end of this year, you will be more developed, more mature, more expanded in every area of your life. So thank you for joining us. See you again on Tuesday. You will see the next flyer of our next guest. Go to my Instagram page. You will see all the previous sessions we have had. It's been great this year. We've been having a great time. So Godwin is greeting you on Instagram. She's sending a rose and a heart of love. So thank you, Godwin, for that. Yeah. So thank you. All right, thank you, everybody. So bye. So, ladies and gentlemen, we'll see you again on Tuesday. It's been a wonderful time on our show today. It's been a great time talking to our wonderful guests. I'll see you again on Tuesday. Thank you. Bye.